What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the house. How's it going, Rob?
Pretty good. You?
Hammer fists. I just gave you hammer fists. How do you feel? Yeah, I knocked him out. He's knocked out, everybody. Oh, he's back. Here we go. Shaking off the cobwebs. Guys, you know why he was able to come back from the knockout punch? Because Rob is a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. Become a superstar. Change your life. Hit the bell notification. You'll know when we post. Rob, give us an example of why you want to become a superstar.
Another OG superstar here, Nick Bachelor, Superstar Nick. He says, it's true. My wife and I both subscribe to your superstar channel. Watch you every day, and we both got an ultra rare Vader on the drop, both of them. One was a low 100 mint as well. So congrats, Superstar Nick, OG superstar right there. You deserve it.
Spicy. That's spicy. Guys, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Twitter. We talk to David Yu every day for you guys. It's very, very fun times. Alex G follows us on Twitter, you know, because he wants to know what's going on in the Superstar Nation. Really cool dude. Go watch his or go participate in his Twitter Spaces. Don't AMA usually on Friday nights, and it's a good time if you like some good music. Alex G, shout out Alex G. Follow us on the Veve app. I have to relist him. Today is June 1st. So Fastos 9.9 million, number 6909. He will be there in about an hour after this video goes live. Superstar Money. If you follow us when we get web access app for the app, I'll go through because it's so much easier to follow everybody who's following you on the web app. I have it on my personal account.
You can.
Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it just like whoever's following you, and then it just followed or it tells you if you're following them or not following. So much easier. So I promise you, once we get that, I'm following everybody back. So make sure you're following that account. We got 4 collectibles in there because we can't transfer anything else there. So guys, go check that out. Other than that, we have a little bit of news today.
I wonder if they did. I saw a survey on Twitter. They asked about like different YouTubers and what collectible you would associate with them. We weren't on the list, but I feel like it would be Fastos for us. I think you can't think Superstar Money without Fastos.
We've been doing it for a long time. I'm trying to find this thing, but maybe I'll look at it in a little bit. But anyways, I'll pull up the Twitters. There's been a bunch of tweeting today by Veve. The first of which is this Tarzan app. And now there's a comic. The reason that this is big is because it is basically the first non-Marvel, right?
Yeah. So I mean, something's off here because I Googled this and I thought it was DC. I saw some images online where you see that ERB on the top left corner there. It says ERB. I saw like a symbol saying DC, like first edition. So I don't know. Maybe one of our superstar consultants could help us out to help explain. That's probably it right there. Yeah.
Looks like they changed it a little bit, but it says first DC issue. If you look into it a little bit more, you will find out that this is kind of part of DC in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's in the DC database. Doesn't mean that it is DC. Not too sure because I guess originally it says at the top there. It says the ERB Edgar Rice Burroughs right at the top of the.
That's right. That's what it stands for.
The comic there. So I guess they have ultimate say. It still says it on our copy, but they got rid of the DC logo. So what does that mean for DC and DC Comics?
Maybe one of our superstar consultants can let us know below why they changed it on this one.
They moved it over here, first issue, but they took out DC first issue. So
yeah,
pretty weird. Pretty weird that they took out the DC.
But I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. So it's kind of cool that they have something different. Now, if we checked it out on Veve Rank's website, this is a C rank comic. I wouldn't be too hyped about it. I mean, I guess if you like Tarzan, I guess if you want to get that first non-Marvel comic, you can go for it. It doesn't get me that excited, though. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care that it's not Marvel. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
I'm not too excited either for this. There you can see the tier C on Veve Rank. Tarzan of the Apes, number 207. I actually really like, I think this is the ultra rare. Or actually, no, that might be the rare with the gold. I can't tell. I don't know anymore. But I really like the gold. I don't know why. Seems different than what anything we have.
The gold looks pretty sick. It is true. It's a very, very nice cover. But I still want to know what happened with that common.
Yeah, why did they change the first issue and why did they get rid of the word DC if they're in bed with DC on other things, right? So really, really confusing. Not too sure.
Well, I think DC pulled all their comics. They went to Palm or whatever, right?
Yeah. At the same time, if this is part of the DC family, don't they kind of have a say in it? I don't know. You guys know better than us, so let us know. Also, we know that there is a kickoff for DCon coming up here on June 4th. Highly speculative day. We thought maybe Veve would have their MTL sorted by that date.
The biggest day in their history.
Going to be the case.
The biggest day in their history.
The biggest day in their history until Alex G shut it down, closed the door on that one. But we still expect end of Q2 for MTL. Watch our video from yesterday if you want to know why Veve cannot miss that date. They cannot miss that date, and they will not miss that date.
I hope so.
But anyway,
let's see.
Article.
We had a lot of comments on that one. The comments were pretty funny. They were saying that like Veve are basically politicians at this point, right? Just constantly making promises and not making it.
I think it's different this time, but we will see. So this right here came out shortly after. 2 hours later, they dropped the Veve by DCon Kickoff Party, and along with it came a Medium article which has a bunch of drops. So this is reminding me shades of November 2021 when they did DCon, and it was like multiple drops a day. It was kind of crazy, but this time they did multiple drops in one day, but they're all at the same time.
Yeah, but just to clarify, you have to go to the event for a promo code on this, or is this for everybody? Because you could pick which one you want.
What I read is that I think if you go to the event, I didn't read in detail for each one, but I know for the first one, it says something about like if you're there, you can get a promo code that allows you to. So like there's somebody there that's doing like real life collectibles. Yeah, I forget the guy's name, but someone there is doing a real life collectible, and if you go there and you buy that collectible at the event, then you get a promo code to be able to buy it on Veve.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the reverse of, if you remember that Eve promo they did, or if you had Eve, you can go and buy a real life one.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like
it feels like so long ago, eh? That Eve one.
Let me know if you guys know anything else that's happening at the DCon. This is a quick run by. We have other things to talk about, but
they're pretty pricey. I was looking at these. I mean, they're scarce, but they're pricey.
So this is pretty cool. Like, I mean, Superstar Money Color vultures here right now. Wouldn't mind to get one of those. I think that'll probably go above retail. It's $99 though, but there's only 1,800. So I don't know. What?
This DCon stuff, like again, like for me personally, I don't think art will realize its true potential anytime soon. Well, I'm not confident. I don't even know if these are going to sell out at this point. Like I don't want to go out. I don't think 1888 is scarce enough. Maybe not.
You know what? We found out during the Vader drop that there's basically 20,000 or less people going for it. Shout out Bravo's Assassin for getting that data. Showed that 20,000 individual wallets got one, and then like 3,000 people got two, and then he has a bunch. Somebody got six. I don't know how you minted six. That's crazy. Yeah,
it's bought.
That's crazy how you can mint six. The processing speed is not even possible. I don't understand that. But these pictures here, not interested. The mint numbers are low, 1266 for that one, 1888 for this one. It's just posters. You know how I feel.
That first one was 99 though. It was 90.
Yeah, this one's more money. No, $50. 99 is the vulture.
Yeah, the vulture is the one I'm talking about. That it's sick, but I think that one's gonna go. I think it's too expensive. Even these art pieces, like I'm not gonna go for it. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Like it's
the existing vulture right now is 140, and that's after a pump after this came out. So where was it before? You're not, even if you do get it and you are making money, how much money are you going to make it? Rob's probably right. It's probably not worth it to go for. So he's convincing me live here not to go for these drops. I think there's one drop that might be worth it though. It's not this one. It's not this one. This one is 2,888 editions. It's even more editions and 77. Keep going. But this one here, the Shut Up and Paint, actually might be worth it.
So how much is this one and what are the mints?
It's 77, but there's 888 mints.
Yeah, that one might actually be one that potentially you can get overlisted just because there's only 888 of them.
I think you might be able to do okay. And it's not even the most expensive drop. It's only 77 gems. So compared to the other one, which is 99, it's still expensive. It's still like Darth Vader price for a tin can with a paintbrush. But apparently very prevalent artist, Dave Pressler, he did another one, Shut Up and Dry, I think, in the first DCon. So if you have that one, this might be a chase item for you.
Yep.
But just because of the low edition size, I think that's the one. If you were deciding to go for one, it's going to be impossible to get with that little mint. But if you do get it,
Yeah.
you might be lucky.
Now I just pulled up. I don't know if you could see on your end. I just pulled up the
there you
vulture
go.
over here, right?
Yep.
So you got him at 146, but he actually just pumped like hard, like
because
like
of this.
he was actually at 85 on May 29th.
What was the drop price? Does it show?
Yeah, it should be down here. Let's see where it's at.
There you go. Same
99,
price.
99. So it pumped. I don't know if this is at all connected to that event. That if you own this, if you go to that event, we should look into that, and maybe anyone watching can let us know below.
I think the Decon stuff that pairs with the previous Decon stuff all pumped.
Yeah, there you go.
So I think that pump probably got a bunch of other Decon stuff because people are probably like speculating, just like you just said. Maybe if you own it and then you get the next one, maybe there's airdrops because these independent artists have been prone to give airdrops.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't bet the house on any of that stuff because none of it is in stone. But if you really like the art, maybe it's something you want.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it's only over because of this pump. It actually traded under 99. I was at 85.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that the only one worth going for is that last one at 88. What is it? The paint one, right?
See if you can find the shut up and draw.
There's another one here.
Yeah.
It looks so familiar. There you go.
So that one was what was the box and how many mints?
This one pumped. Look at that. So this one here had 888 mints.
Same, exact same.
Yeah, this one really pumped.
It's been above listed though the entire time
time. This one's worth going for.
Yeah.
So I will be going for this one only, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everything else I'll leave to everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't got to go in with the gems. It doesn't seem like, especially now that if everybody's going to be split amongst different drops.
Yeah.
You can always try and get it afterwards. And that was one thing that actually helped me on the Vader drop. You guys all hate on that reservation system, and everyone's like on the reservation system. But honestly, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have got my third Vader because I had to load in like an extra 50 gems in secondary market. So
right.
Definitely liking that new reservation system helps you out. Just you got to make sure you get in.
Yeah.
So let's get into the topic of the video. Rob, if you had 100 gems, I hear that you have somebody in this exact situation. So this video is a little targeted to one of your friends.
Yeah,
you had 100 gems. What are you doing?
Yeah, so obviously I have, people in my life that I've shared that I'm involved in Veve. They're people who also are interested in NFTs, are interested in joining the fam here. So their situation's a little bit different. They're not really prepared right now to actually invest, a larger sum of money. So there's two shoutouts here, Superstar Dylan and Superstar Pasquale, my cousin out in Italy. Lives in Italy. So we're across the seas now, expanding. So they just want to get in with 100 gems, and they want to know, I don't want to constantly put in more cash. I want to come in with 100 gems. How do I play this Veve market so that I can have fun with it? I can try to grow my gem base. Maybe I can pick up some quality collectibles along the way. And in a way, we just kind of talked about it with the shut up and draw, right?
Yeah.
But there are ways to do it, because every once in a while, if you're patient and you don't go for every drop, every once in a while, there will be opportunities made available where you are more than likely going to be able to at least flip immediately to get back your gems and just keep going and cycling, as long as you're committed and you're willing to just go on the app every day, watch our Superstar Money videos so we can give you the heads up of which ones you should actually go for. And we just saw that right now with Star Wars Week. Now that with the lightsabers, maybe you would have been in trouble, but with Darth Vader, you would have made cash. There is a little bit of art to this. Like we are willing to go. If I had 100 gems, I would go for that shut up and drop, which we just talked about. It's only 88 gems based on previous data. It looks like you're more than likely going to be able to flip one of those 888 mints for overlisted.
It'll be tough to get. That's the problem.
But it doesn't matter. You don't get it, so what, right? You have 100 gems. You play the game. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. And then you can extend that to other collectible drops. But even in the comic world, it's a little bit harder to figure out the comic world. But I think we figured out what comics you should go for if you're scared of trying to flip it for a loss right away. So why don't we pull up the Veve Rank website and talk about it? Exactly.
So yeah, we've done a little bit of preparation for this video for you guys. So take a look over here. We have Shutout Sleeping Comics. We got the Veve Rank website up, and we're looking in the B tier, as you'll see on the left side, all B tier comics. And we said, let's go with a more recent drop. So Avengers #4 is in the B tier. This just dropped last week. and it's when Captain America joins the Avengers, his first appearance in the Silver Age. So because it's a B tier comic, we say, listen, we got to do some research, see how does this comic do in real life.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we have Comics and Crypto, who also helps make that information very readily available. If you don't like that, you can go check out Go Collect. We go on that all the time. Just Google Go Collect, title of the comic, and it'll give you the prices. Some of them you can't see everything because you need to be a member, but the community does a pretty good job getting this info out before a drop. Yeah. So if you go to Comic and Crypto, they have their own rankings. And if we look over here, you'll see Avengers number 4 is ranked number 9. And if we go over a couple columns, you'll see the real world value is $350,000 for a copy of this. So it's a very highly ranked book, highly touted book. So that checks box number 2. So box number 1, B tier comic. Box number 2,
at least yeah,
could be higher. Box number 2, I'd say over $100,000 or close to $100,000 real world value, maybe 75.
Yeah, you know what? I'm even willing to go as low as 50, but for sure, if a higher level of confidence, if you're at 75, 100, what we found is those commons will tend to go over listed. So I would not be worried at all by any drop that has the real physical world value of over 50, 75K, 100K, you're for sure in the gravy at that point. And another thing is just to mention is that if it's an A tier, S tier comic from Veve Ring's website, you're almost for sure going to be able to flip that if you want to flip that for more gems than you paid originally. So I think that this is a way that if somebody had 100, you can't play the gambling game as much. You're going to run out of money. Most of the comics go underlisted at this point in the market. If you win one of these comic drops, you're probably going to go underlisted.
Yeah. And so the one thing that is nice about the comics is you have 30,000 mints in most cases. So it's not like an 888 mint drop like we're going to see with Shut Up and Paint on the weekend here or whatever. But now you have 31,000 or 30,000 chance a lot of the time when these B tier comics drop.
Right. Yeah, and there was a time where the low mints, some comic drops were 10,000 mints. There was times that those would actually go for sure overlisted. We just recently had one that went under because it was a D rank it was a D rank comic for that. But even if you target low mint comic drops of 10,000 mints, usually you're okay as well. I think maybe stay away from anything that's D, but a C and up of a 10,000, you're good, especially a B. If you're a B at 10,000, I don't think it even matters what the physical world value is. You're going to be able to go for that drop. If you get it, you could flip it. And you have that opportunity at a secret rare. If you get the common, you could flip it. You could try again later. And you'll be able to flip it and get back your gems and maybe a few cents more. And
on comics, you're allowed. You can probably scoop up a couple, especially if it's a 30-mint drop. You might be able to get more than one on the drop and then double your profits, which is a cool thing. So what we wanted to do is we made a simplified version of our spreadsheet. We've been getting comments every single day. Share your spreadsheet. Share your spreadsheet. Guess what, guys? It's in the description today. You can go check out the spreadsheet. It's very simplified. It's only got 3 hits because if I put more than that, if Rob put in 5 hits, it's going to slow down the sheet. It's going to explode. Your computer's going to break. And you're never going to be able to use it again. So we could try 3.
We could try 4, but for now it's 3. It's smooth. You guys can check it out. You can look at what we're doing.
It's tough to hit more than 3 unless you're going on multiple devices. So this is a realistic thing if you have one device. Also, we didn't put the numbers in yet. We wanted to kind of show you live how we do it. So the gray areas are where you're going to update. Everything else, you leave it. And when you do get this sheet, first thing you're going to want to do is go File, make a copy, and save it on your Google Drive because you won't be able to edit our version. Or else everybody would see that. So you make a copy on your computer and then everything's set up for you. You can name it whatever you want. And then you want to go in and change the gray sections. So for the comics, typically $6.99, market fee $8.50. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to have similar things on this upcoming drop. But,
probably, yeah, I would assume so.
Speaking of Avengers number 4, which just happened, these are the numbers, $6.99 and $8.50. And these are the mints. It's already in. That's from a typical comic drop. Now, let's look at the projected price. So this is where it becomes interesting because you're going for it before the drop. You're going to try and guess what things go for. Okay. Yeah. Now we have the after the fact real data that helps us now, but beforehand, that's the whole point of going in for a B drop that is real world value or 10K mints with a little bit lower real world value. The whole point is to try and make sure that these numbers are all above your listed price, because that gives you 100%. As long as you're covering fees, you get 100% of probability to make money.
Yeah. If you're overlisted, if you can resell it for overlisted, if the common goes for underlisted, then everything else is going to follow for more.
Yeah.
And you've essentially ensured that you can hold your 100 gems and keep playing the drop game, because you never know what you're going to get. You might get a 2-digit mint common. Yeah. All of a sudden you can flip that for way more. You can play the game risk-free. Nothing's truly risk-free because it's all art. Before the drop happens, none of us truly know what the prices are going to land. We're just inferring that it's most likely going to be okay in terms of going over the listed price because of previous history. But in a bear market, that could change. We could see eventually even none of the B rank comics being safe. I don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see.
So,
but for now,
example, this is a standard comic drop that's not highly touted, just like an average comic. Maybe okay in the real world, might be a first appearance of a character, but it's not like a key grail or a key book or whatever they call them. So what we've been noticing with those have been underlisted. Sometimes this is actually like 5 and 5, 15 for a rare. We've seen as low as 40 for ultra rare and like 150 for some secret rares. You guys have seen them recently. So that in those cases, your probability of hitting on your first chance of making money was only 13%, 25% on 2 hits and 35% on 3 hits on one account, basically. So not really that worth it. But when we get into the B tier comments, let's go look at the prices in the market on the web app. This is Avengers number 4. Quickly, we're going to go into the comment. It says 966. I'm going to put the exact numbers in for you guys. So we'll put 966. This is because we know that this is a B tier over 100 grand real world value. So we do that. We go back. We get the uncommon 988. We come back in 988. Then we go back in.
Oh, this is a great web app, eh?
The rare 1990.
I want access to this web app.
Yeah, this is on my personal, guys. 1990. So the ultra rare 70. Wow, big jump. Big jump 70. We're already at 100% here. And the secret rare is going for 390 floor. So 390. And as you can see right here, we got 100% probability to make money.
Yeah, so
every single hit.
This is for a specific person, right? Like if you're not willing to add more gems and you want to just play the drops, you patiently buy your time. Maybe you're only going for drops once a week. You have to buy. You only pick certain drops to go for to ensure you don't lose all your gems. That's the whole idea here. It's just to be able to get. And again, the way this is a new video, so we'll say it. When we say first, second, third, the assumption though is that when you get to your third, you sold off the previous one. So you go for your first one, you get a common. You go for your second one, you get an uncommon. You sell them. You sell both that, and then you go for the third one, you get an ultra rare, and then maybe all 3 of them, when you sell them all together, you end up with more than not. So in order to just reduce, because in all those cases, in a normal drop, you're most likely going to lose your gems or end up with less than what you started, then you just want to pick and choose your drops, and you might only go for once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It really depends on the drop and what you can go for.
Yep. So that's all I wanted to say. We're going to have this link down below. You guys can check it out. It'll be there. Actually, I'll even throw it up on the Parology World website. So community.parology.world. Go to the Superstar Money Club, join the club. There's files there or something, or maybe I'll make it a thread on the forum there, the topic section. And you can go there if you're not on our videos. If you want to go hang out over there, talk in the chat. It'll be on our Discord. That's in the description as well. There's a bunch of things happening. And we'll have this linked everywhere for you guys so you guys can't miss it. Yeah. And guys, check it out. Let us know what you think. If you think that we made any mistakes, I don't. I know that we didn't. We've had it peer reviewed by Harvard. So we know that it's good now. And
one more thing, just a reminder, right? Every time you roll a dice, the odds are always the same. It's just considering, if you sell one off and then you have another chance, another 8% chance at a secret rare, and then you sell it, you don't get it, you sell it off, you go for another 8% chance. It just helps you figure out what all the combinations are so you can make your best decision. And in this case, if you only have 100 gems and you don't want to change, your best decision is to only go for those drops which have the highest likelihood of not going over underlisted. They happen. They don't happen often, but they happen. And it's a little bit of an art, and you might need to go on YouTube, look at, other VV people that like to talk about it every single day, like superstar money, become a superstar, you know, just smash that subscribe button. But that will help you make that decision. So that's my message that I gave today to two new VV users. So big shout out to them, and hopefully this helps anyone else that's just starting to get involved with it.
Yeah, guys. So if you haven't already,
smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam. We want to hear from you below. Let us know what you guys think about this video. I already know there's going to be so many people that just hate the idea of flippers. Okay, but that doesn't matter. They exist. Flippers are out there. They're part of this community. So yes, there's collectors, but there's flippers too. Let us know what you guys think below about this strategy. Did we miss something? Would you go for a different type of drop if you only had 100 gems? If you had to give advice to someone new to VV that didn't want to put in more money, they just wanted to buy 100 gems and they wanted to play with those 100 gems, what would you tell them? Would you tell them just to buy and hold one collectible? Or would you tell them to be active and be involved and go for these drops in order to maximize their benefit? Let us know if you agree or disagree, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.